and welcome to live stream 9. Yeah, or Soupventures 9. Make sure I call it by what it is, right? So let me just pull up my live stream here really quickly. Alright. And ooh, I'm not signed in on the right account. That might, just might, be a problem. Possibly. Alright. Let's do that and quickly mute tab. No. Mute tab. There it is. Mute tab. Oh, pardon me. Alright. I'm back. So here we are. Alright. Live chat's up and everything's set. Also, one moment. Alright. I'm back for the final time, I'm pretty sure. I'm not sick per se, but my allergies have been acting up a little bit on today, mainly on the later side, so that's what's happening. But yeah, so based on this live stream, I'm revisiting my Bloodborne project because it's been a bit since I've worked on it, and actually, yesterday and today, I've been putting quite a bit of work into this to kind of add more onto it, you know, for the time being. So I still do plan on getting SCP Containment Breach, or SCP Site Redacted, sorry, updated by Halloween, but I may or may not get that done. I don't know. I want to do it. It depends. I'm having a little bit of a, not a creative block, but a bit of like a burnout with it because I've been working on it for so long. So that's a bit of a problem, but yeah, we'll see. We'll see, right? Also, one moment. Alright, back again. So, I thought, it's pretty late right now, but I thought it'd be nice to do something for a little bit. So I thought, let's work on Lady Maria for a bit while, before I go to sleep. Because right now it is almost 1 in the morning, so, but it's Friday. I have a bit of time to work with. So, here's what I need to do. I've finished, her dual attacks for phase 1, so you know, when she is doing this, one sword in each hand, you know, she can do different things, and I've just about finished all her attacks. She doesn't have very much for phase 1, and her attacks are very heavy hitting. So next is phase 1-2. So how it works is Mysterious Bones. Now you tops, welcome guys, welcome. So it's been a bit, and I thought I would revisit Lady Maria's logic and, you know, work on the Bloodborne project. So that's what we're doing right now. How's it going, guys? Oh, you released a demo? Alright, hold on, let's put this on hold really quickly. I'm gonna play the demo. Because I feel like that may be a bit more interesting. So, let's do that. Okie dokie. So, we'll just click on this. Here we are. Demo. Undertale. Oh, is this that game that I was talking about? That was so interesting. What was the game I brought up? Is this the beginner's guide? Nice. I love the beginner's guide. All right, let me turn off the music really quickly. As much as I love World Star Money, I'm gonna turn it off really quickly. All right. So, don't worry, it's Super Mario. Oh, it's Super Mario. Yeah, I figured as much. Demo for my upcoming project, Super Mario, a not so humorous time. I feel like you should find a way to make that into the bone, and I don't know, you figure it out. I feel like there could be a pun there. Mainly releasing this for feedback on what I could do differently with the next phases. Enjoy. All right, let's check this out. You know, you should have made this intro pixelated just for this one thing, like how it kind of like just slightly pixely. I feel like that'd be pretty cool to add. X to begin. Triangle for soundtrack, please. He's cut in half. Youch. We're just gonna ignore that. That looked painful. Ooh. Youch. Humorous is a bone, though. Wait, is it actually called the humorous? Awesome. Alright, because it sounded very similar to a bone. I'm like, ooh, I can't tell if that's actually the name of a bone or if it's like really close to the name of a bone. But awesome it is. Nice. Alright, phase 1 is really short, like 2-3 minutes. I promise that phase 2 will definitely be longer. Quickly pressing X will result in a small jump, however, holding X will result in larger jumps. The theme used acts as a placeholder while there is a chance it will. While there is a chance it will. Oh, comma, it won't likely be used in the full game. Thank you for reading. Alright, let's do it. Oh, damn, I have a lot of. Oh, okay. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh my God. Ha! Whoo! Hi there. Hi. What the? Here we go. Yeah. Oh, gee. Oh, stop it! Oh! Attack! And heal. And attack again. And attack again. Easy. Oh, Jesus Christ! Oh! Don't let that smiley trash bag get the best of you. Stay determined. I'll try again. Oh, alright. That was it. Scheiße. I'm keeping my eye on you. Ah. I'm skilled. What can I say? Oh. I'm watching you. Heal. Heal. Attack. Attack. Stop moving. No, more puns. Please don't focus on me. Focus on the puns. They're going right after me. You know, I was gonna make things too hard after saying that. I'm Oh my God, it's Sniff. Why are you awake at 7 in the morning? You know what? I appreciate it for what it is, Sniff. Welcome to the stream. I'm dying. Contrary to what the title says, I've got sucked into something else. I'm quite intrigued. I'm gonna stay over here this time. I'm smart. Ooh, look at that. Easy shenanigans. Ha! Ow! What is this? Baby attacks? What are these supposed to be, huh? Come on. How can you make something harder, if, like, easier if it's already the easiest thing I've ever played? Look at that. Full health. And I got to attack on top of healing. Like, what can I say? I'm just not good, you know? Oh no, look at that. Ow! Okay, that's okay. I missed. Ow! What is this madness? Jesus! This is a little much. Just saying. Oh my God, it's a living person. Pardon me. Alright, I'm back. Uh-huh. I have no clue what that dialogue said. Okay. I don't want to die to this attack. I guess I'm gonna die to this attack. No, I'm not. Easy. 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 Stop. oh no, you caught me again. Ah. Hey guys, I'm back. So, yeah, that happened. Yeah, after after this, you know what? I'm not gonna lie. I'm Oh no, you got me again. Oh, I tried really hard that time. Hey guys, it's Cugsly. I'm back. So, my friend was sleeping upstairs, and contrary to what I expected, he's not as deep a sleeper as I had thought. So, I woke him up, and he came down, and he tried to shove Cugsly 2 down my throat, but I survived. So, I guess we're gonna have to be a little quieter than I thought while he passes back out again. So, hey guys. So yeah, after playing that, I have a feeling that you know what, we're just gonna not. that end there just got ridiculous. I'm not gonna lie, that was a little too much for me. Let's read these. Why is Sans cut in two? Because Sans is just, you know, he's in two places at once. It's rather hard to do that little dance he does. Really. No, it's not Nif, he not. It's one move, I think. What? And yeah, then the rest, you did get. No, that was Cugsly 2 and Cugsly 3. It's tag teaming right there. I'm gonna give that a like, but oh my god, dude, that's intense shit right there. It's remix of not playable. Yeah, no, not playable. Literally. Let's get access to the full version. Unfortunately, there's anything to see here. Uh-oh. Somehow inspired. Well, now I gotta play not playable. Oh, look, I see a little face in the background there. Huh. Um, do I capture a do I a card? What? Do I a capture card? No, I don't think I do. Back then it had the unfinished version of Phase 2. Oh. Oh wait. No, it's not that. There's no genealogy. There's no versions and releases. Ah, you're safe for now. I wasn't actually gonna do it. If that existed, I'd respect it. I was curious. Well, either way though. All right, that's it for all this stuff. Do I use a capture card? Um, I don't think I do. Do I use a capture card? What? Sure. Yeah, yeah. I use those all the time. Yeah, man. I use those all the time. All right. So here we are. So the rest of this stream also shut up. Whoa, CJ, that was hostile. Then again, you did say that you were mean, so I don't really know. I want to expose you. Who's exposing you? What? I'm so lost, CJ. Take that as a no. Yeah, no, I have no clue what a capture card is. I feel like I should know. I feel like that's something that I should be very knowledgeable of, just by the way it sounds. But alas, I'm afraid I'm not. So, yeah, I'll figure it out someday, I guess. You know, like capture card. I feel like I should know that. That sounds familiar. Capture card. Oh. There are a bunch of different capture cards. But apparently it's like video recording. Nope, don't use it. Also, let's like chill out in the chat there, yeah. It's like CJ, no one's exposing you, mate. I'm not even just like what? Yeah, honestly, let's just like Yeesh. A lot of hostility. I was just wondering anyway. Yeah, nah, man. I don't use it. Let's turn the music back on. This awkward silence is starting to get a little too awkward for me. Here we are. Is that loud enough? Yeah, I know you're talking about, Nif. Let's. I think for the sake of just keeping the positive vibes, let's leave that out of it. I'd say, because I don't want people getting into information that they shouldn't be getting into. Alright. So, here we are. I'm about to show you guys my not quite magnum opus. It's my second well, no, actually, because it does use a lot of processing. So yeah, maybe this is my magnum opus. Maybe like the Hunter was my pre magnum opus. Vibes upgraded. Yes. All right. So, you guys have seen my actually I did add a new thing to the Hunter. So maybe I should bring that out too. Yeah, so look at this. I added in a new maybe I should ooh, okay, no, wait. Let's alright, let's leave Maria the way she is there. Let's save it. That way her logic is displayed properly. So it's ready for when I do want to show it off. Let me show off the Hunter first. I feel like I should start there and then go over to Maria next, since that's the next reasonable progression. So first of all, I still haven't added in the visceral attack animation yet. I'm just lazy and haven't done it. Yet, for some reason, I was feeling unlazy enough to add a new animation for the L2 attack. Look at that. Ooh, look how smooth that is. Just swing. I managed to get like the speeds right, and it looks really nice. Except for the fact that it goes through his head at the end there. It kind of like goes into his face. But if you can like look past that, just it's so stupid. But yeah, I haven't added in a I haven't added in logic to make it to where the L2 attack actually, where the L2 attack takes away stamina yet. But I can add that in right now, actually. Let's do that really quickly. So, how are you guys doing this fine morning / night / evening? Yeah, depending on where you are. Yeah, that swing is nice. I'm really proud of it. I went back and I updated all the animations. So, ooh, let me show you, actually. Let me just... Hold on, let me show you, like, the difference. So, if I go to versions and releases, we have... Alright. So we have 10... Alright, here we are. So we have 9/22, and then a month later, I come back. Like, exactly on the dot. It's really nice. Oh, you can even see that there's, like, an increase in total. Goes up to... No, it's not an increase? Oh, I guess it must have been Maria, mainly. So look at this, alright? So this was a month ago. And I'm glad you're doing well. I am as well. Too? I am as well? I don't know. You're supposed to say I'm doing well too, or I'm doing well as well, but that sounds redundant. I'm quite fine. That's it. I'm just quite fine. Alright. But no, I'm doing good. And, yeah. I'm glad you're doing good as well, Utops and Mysterious Bones. You're doing epically. Nice. Alright, so look at these, alright? So this was the original swing animations. Like, these were the original swing animations for, like, sword and for hammer, right? So you have that. If you notice, his main body basically doesn't move. Barely moves, right? Then you have, ooh, this monstrosity. It's just like, wee. He just goes like, right? Or if he's really cool, he's like, he just does that. So he's kind of a little iffy there with how it looks, right? And what I've done is, oh yeah, and also that kind of like, it could be better. He's like, well, that one looks nice though. Kind of like has a little bit there. That's something that I accidentally got rid of at seeing this. Where now, if you look at the animations, here's what we have now. So I've updated them. So now we have, look how his body moves a bit more. He looks a bit more like putting a lot more work into it. And like the animations themselves seem faster and more, I guess, lethal. And then you have, well, again, the new swing, right, which I really like. And I'm trying to think. Oh yeah, there's also bah. What did that say? Alright, look, CJ mate, come on dude. Just leave all of that out of the stream, man. If you wanna talk about stuff that doesn't belong on here, then you can do that. But just not on here, man. You know? Let's just leave this to just having a nice time. Forget all that stuff. Alright, man? Alright. So yeah, That's what I've worked on, and just in total, I've kind of I haven't fixed the R1 animations for the hammer yet, like this. Still kind of really iffy, but the sword I fixed like the back animations slightly. The step animations are actually already nice, so don't really need to do much there. Yeah, that's what I've been working on, and what's really nice, what I'm really happy about, is this. So if I go over to, let's do the fight scene to really demonstrate this. So I've added in a few things. So it used to be where Lady Maria had one specific stagger animation. She just kind of like, you know, she'd kind of step back. She kind of like stepped back a little bit, but that was like no matter how hard you hit her, at most she would just kind of like step back. Where now I've added different severities, just like how the player has different things that can happen to them. Maria has that now as well. So it's no longer just one thing. So if I were to hit her with my heaviest attack, she has a slam condition, which means if I do this, she's on the ground, and if I hit her, she flies over there. I completely just bash her backwards. Like if I can hit her, okay. Oh my god. Oh, yeah, I also added a new attack for Maria. So whoop, there she goes. There she goes flying. Maybe I should drop the music. I feel like Joji's kind of like lo-fi-ish type music there doesn't really fit. Huh, slam her on the ground and hit her over there. See, like that. So now she actually has more realistic kind of movements, as well as a new attack. I can't really demonstrate this in real life because you can't see what I look like, so you can't see me demonstrate it, but I can just show you the animation. So I think I'll do that. So what she does now, her new attack, her final one for phase 1-1, in other words, phase 1 duel, is this one. I think, yes. So here we have it, right here, and here's what it looks like. So what she'll do is she'll okay. What she'll do is she'll cross her swords, and then she'll separate them like so. So it'll look like this. So she kind of like has her arms crossed, and then she opens it up, kind of like a pair of scissors, and it does a lot of damage. So it looks like that. I guess without all the wires, maybe. Let's move this. Move over here, maybe. There we go. That. So if you look from a top angle, like that. And I'm really happy with it because that was one of the animations that she did that really got me when I was playing, and I thought I have to have it in there, otherwise it's really gonna kind of mess with the difficulty, I think. So what I wanted to do this stream was I wanted to look at Lady Maria's fight and see what she does when she has her Rikuyo connected and has the gun in her hand. So we're going to be adding in some of those for this one. And after that, we only need to work on one more phase, which is phase 2. The reason why is because for phase 3, all I need to do is up the damage and add a few effects, because all the attacks stay the same. Except for, I believe, 2 or 3. So that's what's going to happen. Alright. And there's the monstrosity that's phase 1. Let's move this way up here. Just get that monster away from here. Alright, here we are. So what's going to happen is, I think we'll just get started. So, oh, we also need to work on our dodging. I feel like we should, actually, what do you guys think? Do you want me to do dodging animations for her, or do you want me to work on phase 2? Doesn't really matter which one I do. I'll make it work so that it can go both ways. And, I mean, I suppose the chat's kind of dead because of the fact that I haven't really addressed you guys, you know, I was kind of showing off what I was doing, man, but I suppose I wouldn't call it a dead chat, I would call it a very tightly knit chat, you know, it's, a dead chat would be like thousands of viewers watching and no one's saying a word, but it's only like 5 people, you know, it doesn't need to be a constant, like, bombardment of messages. Honestly, what do I think of people, question mark. I don't like them, but some are cool. Well, I'm an optimist. So I try to see the best in people most of the time. I guess there are some exceptions, like with everything, but for the most part, it's like I know some people who are like, you know, I hate people. Yeah, like I know some close friends and family who have that sentiment, and I'm like, you know, man, it's not all that bad. I don't hate people per se. I despise the idea of like willful ignorance, or more specifically, feigning ignorance when it doesn't exist, which is the main problem I've noticed. So I don't really hate people. In fact, I feel like people have a lot of potential to do good, so to hate people would really to not give credit to all those who really do better for the world. Also, phase 2 sounds interesting, but best to work with stuff you already have currently. So dodge. So dodge and dodge. And what are people? People are, wait a minute. You got it, CJ. People are people. And you got it, Mysterious. Well, you know you didn't got it, Mysterious Bones. You just asked. People are people, Mysterious Bones. Alright. So yeah, dodge then. I can do dodge. So that's probably gonna be. Alright. It's probably gonna be in the not stagger control, not health. Where would it? I guess it'd be in this chip in general, just controller logic. So let's get that down. So what's gonna happen with this one is this. So we're gonna grab ourselves a counter here. I'd like to reset it, make it every. Ooh, you know what's really mean? Watch this. Oh, if you want to talk about like really accurate dodging, okay. What you do is you grab the player, right? And this is messed up. This is really messed up. Go in here, yeah? Go into controller logic. And here, what do we got? We have that doesn't matter, that doesn't matter, that circle doesn't matter. R1, R2, L2. R1, R2, and L2. Watch this. Now this is called being mean. So what I'm gonna do is, every time you press that button near Lady Maria, like one of those attack buttons near Lady Maria, she's gonna try to dodge. Well, she might try to dodge. That way, it seems more realistic. She's like, "Oh shit, he's about to attack," and she'll jump out of the way. But if you're far away and you press those buttons, she's not gonna care because you know you're far away. So what we'll do is make it like I'm thinking probably like honestly that would probably work better. But then I have to delete all these except for one and reorient. So yeah, let's do that. Ooh, nope. Alright. Thinking rotate it 90 degrees. Yeah, 90 degrees sounds nice. And because now we're working with a cylinder, we can kind of. Ooh, no, I want it to be like that. Now, the scary thing about this, like what's really terrifying, is that we have no clue what direction she's gonna go in. She could dodge towards you, away from you. Doesn't even matter. VRB 8. Gotta. Oh. Ooh. Okay. BRB mate or 8. BRB 8. Gotta go. I'm back in Louis. One moan. I think you're saying BRB mate. Gotta go. I'll be back in a little. One moment. So that's what I'm gonna. My deciphering skills seem to indicate that that's what you had attempted to say. And oh, you're back. Yeah, that's the fun. Yeah, that's the fun part. So she could dodge towards you and instantly break into an attack, and that's terrifying because there's no parry. Well, you could parry it, but you'd have to be really good. You gotta type real quick. That makes sense. All right. So now. So this is gonna go on. I'm talking about the 0.1. I'm gonna do that, and then this. That's on. That's on. This is on, or we're gonna also add another possibility here. This one is gonna search for. Let's just look for this person. May have to use a zone, or maybe something that's always on, because those also exist. They don't exist yet. All right, a zone it is. We have to get a zone. It's reasonable. You can't use wireless receivers and transmitters for everything. Well, I mean, I guess you can, can't you? So we'll use a sphere for this, though. There's really no point in really using anything else. So we'll use player, and so if you're kind of like within this range here, so you have 6, she can dodge forward. No, let's do 7 meters. So she'll. There you go. So she'll dodge. She can dodge in any direction with that. So if you're close enough to her, she'll be kind of jumpy, right? She won't be too crazy all over the place, but there's a chance. You know, like every now and then she'll kind of dodge just to make sure. And that's what's gonna happen. Now, what this is gonna do is this chip. Let's name it right now. Actually, we'll name this evasive maneuvers. How do I? I think it's. I think it's UE. No, it's EU. There we go. EU. I was right. Maneuvers. So we're gonna call this evasive maneuvers, and basically this will take charge of dodging, parrying, or shooting really. So dodging, shooting, and possibly dodge combos such as dodging and attacking right afterwards, which will be determined on how close she is to you. So if she's really close to you, she'll dodge and attack. If she's a medium distance, she'll dodge and not do anything. I decided to toss my laptop onto the couch and pretend to... What? Isn't it like 7 o'clock where you are right now? If you're sleeping at... Yeah, you're Norway, right? Norway time. Yeah, it's like 7:28 in the morning. I guess you're expected to sleep at 7:28 in the morning? I don't know. Alright. Well, I hope that I'm not like interrupting your sleeping, because that is important. I've learned to value sleep through enough pain of schooling. I've learned to value it. Alright, so what we'll do is do that. So now if they're in this certain zone here, they may just randomly dodge. Now, what's going to happen is it's not going to go to its own. It's actually going to go to this. Right? Now, the problem is that these two need to line up, which is a bit of a problem there. So what's going to happen is it's just going to go to both. Alright. So there we go. Now if you're within that certain zone, every now and then, that'll send the pulse either way. Because what would happen is, let's say that I had my randomizer. Let's get that out. So let's say I had the randomizer, and I had this go to it, and then I had this also go to it every now and then. Well, the problem would arise in this. What happens if this activates and this activate at the same time? Or like slightly apart from each other? Then you'd activate A and possibly B, and then you'd have 2 dodge animations happening right simultaneously, and then the enemy would do weird things. So to avoid that, you instead delete this and send the pulse to here. That way it's one signal, it's just kind of changes the frequency of it a bit. I'm not allowed to be up before 9. That is an odd thing, I suppose. I can't say I've ever heard of like a waking curfew. That's interesting. Thing is, I always wake up around 5. I'm not allowed to get up. That is an interesting situation you see yourself in. The moment when you have to think of sleeping position like 2 seconds. You know what I do? I just all the bones in my body just like vacate the area, just like plop on the plop wherever I am. It's led to me being in some very odd positions, but when you're asleep, you don't really feel them, so it's pretty believable. Alright, so now, if you're in a certain area, every now and then she'll dodge. And now, if you press these in a certain area, she's more likely to dodge. Now, what this is, though, is this isn't actually the dodge randomizer. This right here determines whether or not she dodges. So, it's going to be about a 1 in 3 chance, I think, right? So it's like, let's do a half chance, let's do half. So what we're gonna do is actually increase this to like 1 second. Ooh, I just realized I should do this. Alright. B. There we go. Now that has its own randomizer. Perfect. So now, every now and then she'll dodge. But there's no dodge animation yet. My dad thinks that when it's either Saturday or Sunday, you should get more rest. Well, I mean, yeah, you should get more rest, but you should if you're awake, then I mean, no need to force yourself to sleep, right? And honestly, the more sleep I get, the more tired I get. Also, you are crazy, Glazzy. It's and you do. And you do. Alright, so here we are. Now we have this. Does she dodge? Well, 1 in 5 chance. Oh, sorry. What am I thinking? A 5 out of 10, a 1 in 2 chance. So now we'll connect B to this. Now there's 4 possible directions she'll dodge. So we'll do this and set that up. So now we have the basic bits here. And now there's one more thing we need to do. We also need to make sure that she's not currently doing something. That's pretty important. Let's delete this guy. Here we are. Enemy currently doing something. Because if she's currently doing something and she dodges, it's going to cause some weird situations. So we'll do that. Here we are. So now, if she's not currently doing something, and you press these, or you win the lottery, and she dodges either way, and that happens to work, and she actually goes through with it, one of these 4 will activate. Now, another thing I want to do is this. So instead of having it to where each one has a counter that activates, we're just going to do that instead. You can interrupt a dodge, but that's going to be a different situation that happens, so we're going to work as we go along. So there we go. Now, once she dodges, she can't dodge a second time, so you have to finish the animation before you go on to the next one. Now, if she gets interrupted during her dodge through a stagger point, then what's going to happen is it's just going to reset it manually, and there's no need to worry about it. Alright, let me read these. You need sleep? Yeah, but you should sleep. Yeah, that's pretty bad. You should just sleep, man. Enjoy it. It's the weekend. No need to torture yourself. Pardon me. Hey guys, I'm back. So, if you don't mind answering why, that's a good question. You know, I guess sometimes you just don't sleep for 2 days. Oh no, you got me. Ah! Hey guys, it's Cugsly. So, what happened was the sleep deprivation manifested into Cugsly too, and tried to touch me. So, but luckily I escaped. No sleep here, and yeah, I survived. But what am I making this time? Oh, Lady Maria, boss fight, the Bloodborne thing. Also, that's how it is sometimes, honestly. You know, sometimes you just don't sleep, you know? Alright, but yeah, so let's continue. So now what we're going to do is this. Now, because of the fact that animations can be interrupted, we do need counters. Because they're going to act as the toggles that determine whether or not that attack really is interrupted. So, we'll also label the toggles as well. That way, we actually know which one, what each one does. So this one will be up or forward, not up. Well, I mean, it's up depending on how you look at it, I suppose. All right. Bacon, backed, background, Bach, and I swear I saw Barbara. All right, backward, backwards, not backwards. Even that's one forward, and then that one's just plural backwards. I don't know why. And this one will be left, and then the bottom one will be right. Nah, top one right. I don't know. Top one right. Yeah, top one right. It's a vanity thing. Alright, that has no... It doesn't really matter which order they're in. Dude, and sometimes I wait to Cugsly stream because this is the vibing stream. Honestly, I kind of enjoy this about the stream. This is... You're able to just relax. Alright. So now we have the main stuff here, and it's going to be a little weird with the way that she works. So actually, and oh boy, this is going to get bad. If I turn off preview invisibility, it's already getting a little crazy with like the burst of blood kind of appearing here when you hit her. And now we're going to have some more stuff. Do I have a bedroom door? I do, but I do not stream in my bedroom. So as a result, the door doesn't really work, seeing as it's like 2 floors above me. But I do find comfort in the fact that I suppose I have a door. Yeah. Do I have World Star Money on repeat? Yes, it's like I believe it's a 1-hour version or it's a 10-hour version. It's a 1-hour version. So every time I do a stream, if it's something like this, I'll pick a different song. Typically Joji, seeing as it's pretty relaxing. Alright. So, let's just get the timelines ready. I only need one for right now. And, oh no. I don't know what you're talking about, dude. It's... Like, man, I just enjoy it, man. Alright. So what we're gonna do is... This. And stretch it up. Stretch it down. And here's where it's gonna get really odd. Just odd. Yokug, can we see how it works for now? Yeah. Once I'm done with this little bit right here, I'll show you guys what it looks like. Yeah, you're right. I kind of showed you guys a little bit, but that was basically it, honestly, what I did show you. So now what I want to do, though, is... There we go. Smear. Now, you may be wondering, ooh, what are you doing? And I'll tell you what I'm doing. So, because of the fact that it's going to be like smoke, I have to make sure that when I lower its, when I lower it, ooh, what's the name I'm looking for? I guess it's resolution. I want to make the flex a bit more haywire. It looks a little more smoky, and I guess disorganized. And having a perfect square would make that kind of difficult to achieve. So do that. Go in here, and actually we need to paint this like a white. So, or more, really it's actually kind of like this color. And I could go the route of using a, actually that may work a bit better. Yeah, let's do that instead. Well, interestingly enough, we could actually leave it like this and it won't do anything. It'll be an empty chip. So as long as we make sure that is known to need work, I would do cloud. Because it's kind of like she does this little cloud thing. Lucky. Yeah, I have met others, though, who don't have doors for their bedrooms, and I find it interesting. I find it interesting that that's the case. Alright, but yeah, CJ, I shall now show you guys, you and everyone else, how this works, what it looks like, and then I'll go into the actual logic of what I've really made here. So, first is the full demonstration. Not gonna lie, I've been pigging out for the last couple of hours. Oh, that's never good, man. It's not worth it. You're gonna feel like shit afterwards. You can be like laying around with 20 bags of chips, like, God, what am I doing with my life? I've been through it too. Alright, ow. So, the riposte doesn't exist anymore, like there's no more pads for that. But there are, the rally potential works, so I don't really need a pad for that one. I just need a, I'm dead. I thought you said pegging, and I was like, oh god. My question is, who would be in your room pegging you? If that's what scares me the most. I hope you at least know the person. Otherwise, I'm a little disturbed. It's like some guy breaks into your house and pegs you, and you're just like, you know, man, honestly, I'm just kind of here. I'm just going along for the ride. It's like, oh god. That's STD. Oh, I'm dead. Okay. I want to actually I'm gonna try to kill her this time, because I've gotten her before. Because once she hits phase 2, because she has no attack animations for phase 2, she's harmless once I get her down to half health. Well, actually before half health, really. But the real difficulty is getting her down to that level to begin with, because she puts up a fight. Ooh, but I love the animation of her like getting slammed on the ground, and like the animation of her flying backwards. It's really smooth. I'm like really happy with how it turned out. Oh, oh! I am trying so hard to live. Ooh, like the way that she flies backwards and slides, it actually looks. All right, now she's harmless. Watch. Hi. Okay, back up a little bit. Hi. Shoot. Yeah, so now she doesn't do anything. Except for maybe run away a little bit. But yeah, so there's that, and I actually added in her phase 2 begin animation already. So if I lure her over here where it's a little brighter. Just gonna like just constantly smack her. And then there you go, she stabbed herself and then she brings out her swords, and now they're all bloody. Look at that. It's basic. I'm gonna add in the sound effects and all the blood splashing and all that cool stuff later. But as of right now, I'm just trying to get the basics down. Let me read these. His dad. Ooh boy. She does a lot of damage. She does do a lot of damage. It hurts. The Holy Spirit. Whoa. Yankee with no brim. That makes sense. I'm losing track of what's happening. I don't know why, but that meme used to bring me anger. It's just the Yankee with no brim, or the brim with no Yankee, just brought unbridled rage out of you. Bro, Mysterious Bones, you scaring me. It was just one of those memes I didn't really find funny. I mean, I found memes to be... I've never had a meme that brought a well, no. Drinking milk out of cartons in a store and then putting the milk back. That, or like with the ice cream thing, or literally any other food in the store. I don't know why. Just people like, you know what? This food in the store, let me walk up, cough in it, shit in it, piss in it, maybe rub it on my nipples, put it back in there, and yeah, all on camera and get away with it. You know, it's just nothing bad's gonna happen. I have a completely clean conscience. It's like, oh, huh. All right then. It's really you're gonna do that? Like, no, don't. It's not worth it. It's you're not helping anyone. You're doing the world a disservice. All right. That's not a meme. That's just plain illegal. Well, oh, pardon me. Hey guys, it's Cugsly too. Cugsly, it's Cugsly, and yeah. Oh, pardon me. No, stay back. Hey guys, it's. I swear to God, I'm gonna shove my thumb up your ass with a shun. Hey guys, it's Cugsly, and yeah, let's just whew. Okay, I'm back. It was a fight, but I survived. So, as I was showing, yeah, Lady Maria here, she's completely harmless. In fact, she's dead now, but she doesn't know that because she's stupid, so she doesn't die. But yeah, so this is basically what she does, and she doesn't really do very much, honestly. After the first phase, it's pretty empty, but the fact that she's able, I guess, to exist is nice. And now what I want to show you is how she works. We're not going to acknowledge that, U-Tops. We're not going to acknowledge that. That's just If you don't talk about it, it doesn't exist. It never happened. Alrighty. So now, what we're gonna do is, I believe that actually has something in it. Oh yeah, because there's phase 1 and phase... Ooh. That's right. Oh god. Oh, that's terrifying. There's... Ooh. Hey guys, it's Cugsly, and this is legendary. You won't believe it, guys. I just got pegged. Not clickbait. Are you guys still kind of pissy about that one? I'm sorry. I had to do it. I had to do it. I thought about it and I realized, you know, I could really just put not clickbait and it would instantly be clickbait just by saying it's not clickbait. Isn't it weird how that works? If you don't say it's clickbait, if you just leave it at I'm sick with this, and it's like, oh, yeah, that's not clickbait. But, you know, he's literally sick with this. But if I put not clickbait, then it's instantly, oh my god, he hates dreams. And it's like, wow. Those two words, sometimes three, depending on how you phrase it, that changed some, wow, okay. Now I'm just making fun of the not clickbait, gone violent, gone sexual stuff. Oh yeah, no, that's also kind of what I had in mind, but not explicitly. I wasn't solely thinking of that, but I do love those kinds of videos because they're just really stupid. Alright, so what I have here is kind of a layout, and honestly this is never going to be used, so just get rid of it. Let's open that up. Let's open up the stagger animations. That was a fun time making. Okay, and oh boy. And I guess just open that up first. Let's procrastinate. Oop. Okay, that's like the best way I could avoid turning off the mic and making sure I don't like ear rape you guys with sneezes at the same time. So there we go. Someone dies. Clickbait channels. Muddy time. Yeah, no, it's crazy. Oh boy. It's like Jay say, like, ooh, you know, I summoned Abraham Lincoln back from the dead. I summoned him, and you know what? You wouldn't believe what he said. You know what he said? Well, I don't know. It's subscribe to my channel, ring the bell, subscription. Yeah, that's the thing. Patreon, PayPal. Go to Cugsly PayPal and Cugsly it. It's just like, okay. And no, I do not have a Cugsly PayPal, so if you do that, you're probably just gonna find either no one or you're gonna find some random guy named Cugsly who's not me. Don't try it. It's not. It's no. All right. So now we have the main stuff here. Table on nutting kitchen. Huh? TFW when a clickbait channel does a Ouija board video on himself. I'm sorry. Whose dad just died of cancer? Wait a second. That. Suspicious. I'll click it though. Whose dad just died of... My dad just died of cancer meme re-upload. Oh, it's muted. Whoops. Let me... Alright. What is this?
Guys, you won't believe this. This is legendary. I just found out my dad died of cancer.
That has never felt more like a Morgs video. That felt more like a Morgs video than most of Morgs' videos, and I don't know why. Just the way, I don't know. It's... That sounds like something I'd find in like a Morgs video or like a J Station. It's amazing. Okay. For only $69 you can save one Cugsly from being pegged. I hope to God I never get pegged. Why are you sending links? I'm scared. I'm terrified. That's actually sick. What is it? I'm clicking on it but the volume is down. Ah ha ha ha. Ooh. Ho ho ho. Yeah, you know what happened? You do know who caught me there. YouTube almost caused it to start autoplaying, but yo, what happens is that my YouTube on my laptop, it doesn't automatically play the video. and also I had the volume muted. So there was literally no possible way for you to rickroll me with that, but I appreciate your attempt. That was pretty good. Oh, no, no, you definitely would have got me if it weren't for the fact that I was on laptop. Like, ooh, you were close. You were close. Alright. Ah, man. Alright, so here we go. Now we're going to open up the main bits here. And then you guys will really see how it works. So let's open up this one. It's a work in progress. Yeah. And, oh boy. Open up this one. It's kind of a work in progress, but it's almost finished. And then, yeah, so what really makes me more happy about this than, say, my Bloodborne character, the one that you control, is the fact that although the one you control has animation, like has combo processing skills, this one is able to actually follow the player and determine when they attack, how they attack, and what they do. Also, I hate the fact that when you copy a chip, it doesn't copy like the neat wiring, so you just end up with a mess, except for like the first one that's all neat. It's kind of annoying. Alright. So, here we are. This is all the logic for Lady... There. And... I don't even know why that's a thing here. I don't know why I didn't just... You know what? Whatever. Okay. This is all the logic for Lady Maria. I'm sorry. Why do I see the bottom of that long... Oh, no. Oh, my God. It's way too huge. Okay. I suppose that's one way to have a microchip on a puppet. Yeah. Okay. Let's turn that off. I don't want to see that anymore. That hurts me. Nope. Alright, so here's all the logic. And here's how it works. Also, you gotta look at the XCQ at the end of the link to make sure. Man, I was never really good with links. I just kind of understood, like, ooh, you know, I'm a little worried. But, you know, someday I'm going to remember the exact URL code for it. Alright. So now here's what we got. So over here, we have the health system. Basically, if she gets hit, the player will send a signal saying, alright, he's using this attack, here's how much damage it does. And this is what senses it. This one right here. And what happens is, it senses that throughout the entire scene. So no matter how far you wait, it'll sense what damage the player is doing. But these zones here will sense player weapon and player. So if player is like right next to her, then she's gonna guaranteed hit. Or if player weapon is colliding with her, then she's a guaranteed hit. Or with the really heavy attack, like the only one that I use for this, which is the swing hammer, player is allowed to be in a little bit closer of an area because it only makes well player weapon is. So that's how that one works. Now, what happens is when these are activated, this counter will go on really fast and off really fast. And what it does is it'll activate Maria health and damage displayer. So it'll cause it to be, say, -10 or minus this or minus that. And well, actually, no. It'll be -2, and then for this one, it'll be +200. So basically, what happens is this here is 100 in total, right? So what happens is Maria health, say for the strong one, will only go down like 2 out of 100. So it goes down really, really small amount. But you multiply that by 100 to simulate that she has, I believe, 10,000. And it's like, all right, you took away 200 when you only took away 2, but we don't pay attention to that. And so what happens is, if it senses that you took away, say, 200, it'll go. Got this, because there's a bit here that actually recognizes. I believe it's this entire piece. So what it'll do is it'll affect, I believe, damage display. Yeah, damage displayer. So it'll cause that to go up. So this is actually, it's not set, it's addition. So if you do a combo, it's like +200, +50, +100, right? And it'll all build up there. And eventually what'll happen is, if there's no more stimulus coming in via this node, eventually that counter will reset this, and it'll pulse this to reset it to 0. So as a result, you end up with numbers appearing and then disappearing or staying on there, depending if you like constantly attack. Just look for this stick bug though. Honestly, that stick bug is, I don't know why, I love it. It's that one, just that one little gif. I don't know why. It's just everything about it is everything I love about bugs. And I don't like very much about bugs, but stick bugs are like one of the very few bugs that I appreciate. Just because they're so wacky. It's... Oh, agree to disagree. What? You know what? Maybe I don't understand something that happened to you in your past, but I haven't really encountered any stick bugs, but from just what I've seen, you know, I can't not love them. Alright, so right here what we have is a separate example. So if you notice, all these are the same, except for this one with another zone coming from these as well. And then down here, it's a bit different. Instead of having the sensor, the AND gate, the counter, you just have the counter and this. That's because what this does is it senses the bullet. And then play a bullet, and then it'll do a signal manipulator to make sure that signal definitely hits this counter. And then it just does a little oof animation. And it'll say Maria shot. Now, Maria shot comes in extreme handy when we go over to this. Because one of these, right here? Nope. Right here. So right here, Maria shot, if it senses that, it will go into this AND gate. But if they're on a parry point, in other words, so if their parry point is activated, when they sense that shot, it'll reset this and it'll activate the parry animation. And if she's parried, then she's prone to an extremely heavy attack. When my dad developed in Kosovo, he kept stick bugs, but 2 got out and his whole apartment was crawling in them. Ooh, that bug thinks he's good enough to take the place of the Rickroll. Honestly, I wouldn't mind it. Like the Rickroll is charming, but that stick bug is just, you know, man. I'm not typically like the out with the old, in with the new guy, but man, that stick bug is making some good points. All right. So yeah, and then of course you also have activate stagger animation if a stagger point is activated, and that happens. Or it'll also activate stagger resistance, but if the stagger is just too high, then it's like, oh, you know what, you're staggered anyways. So it comes from heavy stagger. Yeah. So, oof, guess he's got into a sticky situation there, huh? Ha. Youch. A nice pun, but you know what? I feel like it wouldn't be too bad though having a bunch of stick bugs in your house. I guess to a degree it could get bad, like too much of anything is bad, but you'd have to have a lot of stick bugs to meet that threshold, I think. I don't know though. But you know what? I wouldn't mind trying it out. Like, you know, just wake up in the morning, just have a stick bug chilling on my stomach, like, oh, hi there, stick bug. Alright. So that's it. This one right here is a bit weird because it has its own randomizer in it. It's odd. It has its own special conditions, but we don't mind that. We don't pay attention to this. So that's how that works. It's essentially the same thing as the Hunter's attack animations, with this one having the extra element of it actually being, for the most part, separate from this one, and having its own animation, having its own randomizer based on how close the player is. Yeah, they were oh god. Hundreds. Also, let's see here. You can walk him without killing them. Yeesh. Yeah, the worst they could probably do was would be to bug him severely. Man, mysterious bugs, you're on a roll right now. They were in the fridge, the walls, and his bed. Oh god, that's not hundreds. It sounds like thousands. Oh man, those 2 stick bugs he let out got busy. Woo. Okay. Also, what's my most embarrassing moment? My most embarrassing moment, you will not know for a very long time. Alright. There are some things that the world is not meant to hear, and that is one of them. Alright. So with that done, now you have a general idea of how this works, at least to the basics. Like, I didn't really explain what this does, basically. If they're not doing something, if they're not in phase 2, if they haven't already activated an animation, and if player is within a certain area, then activate this. And yeah, that's basically what it does. Alright. And there's actually a problem here, though, where sometimes an animation will happen and she'll just stand there. And that occurs from when this doesn't reset. Because, although it should, but it doesn't. right? It just kind of does its thing, I suppose, which is a bit of a tough situation there, isn't it? Yeah. Come to think of it, I should probably fix that somehow. Let's see here. I have an idea. I'll fix it later, though. I wouldn't care if they killed them all. I demand a new bed. Bed bugs? Oh, bed bugs. Oh. I thought you were still talking about stick bugs. No, bed bugs are disgusting, vile creatures that deserve to be burned. Any types of bugs in my bed would be terrifying, especially since I've dealt with bed bugs before. Ugh. Yeah, no, ugh, God, I've never had bed bugs, and I'm happy I've never had bed bugs. If I found one, I wouldn't sleep. I'd be like, you know what? I'm gonna stay awake. They can have my blood when I'm buried in the ground. I refuse to let them feed on me while I'm sleeping. That's terrifying. I remember looking in the corner of my bed and there was a good couple dozen a bedbug genocide happened that night. Oh God. What you do is, and this is really cruel, but you take all the sheets off the bed. You make sure there are 0 bed bugs in the sheets. You wash the sheets. You do everything to make sure you sterilize it, right? And you meticulously take every single item you have out of your room, making sure it's bed bug free until your room's basically empty. And then you make sure you prop up your mattress so that, and you can do this a few times, of course, to make sure you get all the angles. And you get a UVC light. And you burn the living shit out of them. Because UVC light is used for sterilization. Anything that has cells exposed to that will basically, like, their DNA will die. So you're essentially giving, like, you're not giving them cancer per se, because it's more like if they survive, they probably would develop cancer, but because you're destroying their DNA. But yeah, you do that. You essentially melt them. I wouldn't be able to handle a bed bug when I was like 5. There was a normal pinch bug in my bed, and I slept on the floor for a week straight. A pinch bug? I can't say I've heard of a pinch bug before. What would that be? A pinch bug. Oh! A stag beetle. Oh! Oh, those little shits. Oh. Oh no. Pardon my French. But fuck those. I've had a lot of bad experiences with these vile creatures. They're also called earwigs, apparently. If you're talking about the long bugs that have like pinchers on the back of their on their tail end, like big antenna, and they look terrifying. If you're talking about those, I hate those. Oh, you know the ones with the mandibles? Wait, is it a beetle or is it the long bug that has the pinchers on the back of its body? Because mandibles is pretty pretty vague. Called earwigs? Oh yeah, no. If you're talking about earwigs, yeah, no, I hate those things. I was digging a hole once and I found one and I picked it up, and it attacked me. And I'm like, no. And now it's dead. But yeah, it I don't like them. And there were hundreds of them. Oh, the beetle. Beetle that pinches. Oh no, the beetles I don't mind too much. I guess I guess they're pretty scary with their huge pinchers, but I'm sure if you grab them on the back, they can't really reach you. But, I mean, they're still pretty bad looking though. But earwigs though, I don't like those at all. Everything about those, just ugh. All right. I was eating a taco dinner yesterday and there was one in the salad. Oh, why was there one in the salad? What? Alright then. No, yeah, I guess he's... I hope he didn't kill him, because obviously he was trying to change. He's like, you know what? I'm sick of constantly biting flesh. I'm gonna bite a leaf for once in my life. Alright. So yeah, so basically that's how this works. You have the parameters here for the randomizer. If it activates, just goes through these and different things are set, like look at will cause Maria to look towards the player. her whole body, I mean. That one determines how much damage she does. That one determines that she can't do anything else because she's currently doing something. That's her parry point. These are her stagger point. And this is her stop moving, which basically stops her from sliding across the floor once her forward motion is done. And that's how it works for all those. Alright. Next, you have these here. That's just the movers and then her tags. Alright. Next, you have that. You just... What? What does it even go to? I don't know. What? It goes to something. Yeah. We have this. I don't know what that goes to. Whoops. Okay. Let's see here. We can close... Well, we can't close that now. We can close this. Right here we have just her... I guess split her Rikuyo animation. Like there it is, right there. It's just this, and yeah, it's pretty simple. And then you have a bunch of parameters here for what's invisible, what's not invisible during those animations, to make sure everything goes a bit smoothly. Then you have our phase stuff here. For phase 2, it's pretty empty right now. Then we already went over this. If we go over that, went over this and this. So lastly, we have here her stagger animations. Also, let me read these. Now, I thought those would crawl in my ear. Yeah, no. I never knew they were called earwigs until now, but... Or I think I've heard their names before, but... I just don't like them. They look like the kind of bug to crawl in your ear. Honestly. Just those demonic creatures. I remember once there were ants in the tostada I was eating. Some of them went inside my... Oh. Ooh. I've had many bad experiences with the ants. I understand that they at least have somewhat of a purpose. You think that's bad? One time I drank a soda full of ants. Hundreds of them. What happened was my mom had a soda and I was like, oh, can I drink it? I want soda. And she's like, yeah, sure. Problem was she left the soda out. And it was still fresh, but she left it out for a little bit. And the ants found it. It was inside the house. A single ant had found it. And instantly, it was like... It's like gasoline to a car. So you know that ant was like racing back to the colony the second he found it. Like minutes later. And there were hundreds of ants in the can. And I didn't even pay attention. Because the ants were like a dark black, slightly red. Against a really deep red can. And so as a result, it was a little difficult to see him. It was also just not paying attention. And I chugged it. And then I realized, wait a second, there are ants in this. And yeah, that was interesting. A lot of those ants died, I'm pretty sure. But a few of them survived in my mouth. And I chewed a few of them. And as it turns out, the ants that I ate, I'm not sure about all ants, but the ants that I ate tasted like blackberries. And that is a memory I will take with me to the grave. I don't know why. It's just something that I know. Alright. I remember an ant bit my toe and it caused a blood clot to form. Oh. Alright. So finally we have the stagger animations. And then after this I'm going to go to sleep because I'm getting really tired. So we have light stagger and then light stagger resist. So if you're lightly staggered and light stagger resist is on, and what's going to happen is you're just going to get a little hurt, like a little, pretty simple. But once you start getting into like heavy, and it's essentially the same thing, some of these not gates mainly control whether or not, like for example, if this is on, if slam hammer, you're not going to activate any of these because slam hammer is only for this one. Right, so you end up getting like some exceptions, which is what the not gates are for. And I've been streaming for over an hour because my music just stopped. I don't even know which tab it was in, but it was in one of them. Start, skip, add. All right, and so basically that's just what it does. And like some of these are exceptions. Like for example, this one, which is knockback from, I believe, knockback from what I believe is already in the air. So that means if she's standing up and you hit her with the swing, the follow-through swing, basically it's like this. Hammer follow through swing? Check. Stagger enemy, in other words, the strongest form of stagger? Check. And if these two animations aren't active, or in other words, if she's not on the ground and if she's not currently flying through the air, then do this. And that's basically how it works. And if she's doing that one, there's nothing that's saying that you can't do these two, but it's unlikely you're going to do those. So there's really no point. Let's see here. Oh god, that's some nasty imagery there. Yeah. Why is this Coke chewy? Yeah, no, it was weird. Yo, can you play The Hills by the Weekend, please? Probably next stream. I'm actually gonna get off like really soon. It's all fun and games until the fireball becomes fire ant. Oof. Yeah. All right, fire ants suck. All right, so that's basically it when it comes to the logic. All that right there. And what I'm going to be doing is off stream, especially. I'm going to be working on like the dodge mechanics, phase 2, and well, no, phase 1, 2 first before I get into phase 2 itself, to make sure that everything's fleshed out. So hopefully I'll get a demo done by maybe the end of the month. And along with that, we can save. Ooh, I'm having trouble keeping my eyes open. So along with that, what's also going to be happening is I do plan on getting SCP finished. So I believe I've shown this off before. Yeah, I did. But yeah. So this is him. And yeah, SCP-087 will be coming in the update. And I can't wait to like try it out. But I want it to come by Halloween. It may or may not. It really depends. But I'm sorry, Geico? No, I don't care, Dracula. No. Shush. Shush. This is relaxing stuff here. Lengthy little fella. Yeah, as you can see, I'm not a big fan of bugs because I find them terrifying in their little centipede-like legs. And I thought, because basically how SCP-087 is like you only ever see his face, right? It's, you know, all the logs in the wiki say, oh, it's a floating face with no discernible features, right? It's like a nose and like kind of like eye divots in the mouth. And so I thought, all right, well, he probably has a body. And like there was also mentions of like scratches in walls and a banged up stair, which means that it's probably physical, right? As people have speculated. So I thought, all right, here's going to be my rendition. Instead of it just being a humanoid, what if it's a giant insect, right? And it's black to blend in with the darkness. It has a white face to stand out. And it has a long neck. The long neck allows it to extend its head and... come on, dude. Oh, wait, no, that's because that's on. And so the long neck, that's what it looks like when it's not in any position. And, like, the long neck will allow it to kind of, like, put its head out ahead of its body so you only see its head. So it's kind of like an anglerfish in the way it acts, or like a siren, which is really cool. Alright. Cugsly, you mentioned something about a friend like half an hour ago. Do you have a friend sleeping over? Why, yes I do. Centipede of F that, yes. Yo guys, I'm going to stream 5 Nights at Freddy's, 3 on PS4. Well, I'm not going to be able to join you, CJ, because I'm going to be going to sleep. But yes, I do have a friend sleeping over. Alright. Yeah, so this is why I made for SCP-087, and basically until you won't actually see his main body until like the end of the game. So it's going to be a pretty good surprise when you actually see him. And it's not going to be like he's standing, like he's going to jump towards you. And you're going to have to run further down the stairs. Or if you don't look back, you won't see him, but you'll hear him. And then you'll be forced to see him at some point, because I want there to be 2 of them. Right? Because there's crying from below and this guy from above. Chasing you to all the same place. And yeah, so I want to get this done by Halloween. And I've almost fixed up the save mechanic. It still seems a little iffy in some spots, mainly with the save terminals, because for some reason those don't work quite as nicely. But for the most part, this is solid. There are just a few bits that need to be hammered out. So yeah, that's all of it. And would this be a girlfriend? Nah, this girl has a sausage. So yeah, no, he's sleeping over. We're just chilling out, you know, kind of enjoying the time before Halloween. And actually, on Halloween, I'm having 2 friends over. and we're just gonna hang out and probably scare some kids. Just like we're gonna stand outside the house while they're walking up for candy. And oh hey, I have a homemade plague doctor mask. I made it out of cardboard and paint, and it actually looks pretty good, I think. And it looked good enough to make some kids cry last year. Not my proudest moment. What happens if I click yes? Oh, if I click yes, it just says that. Because a lot of streamers have played my game and not paid attention to what the instructions are, or like, one streamer in particular pressed new game, didn't want to play through the intro, and didn't turn off enable intro sequence. And then he complained about the intro being there, and I'm like, dude, disable it. And then he ran away from the guards one time, and then another time he stayed there when 173 was escaping. I'm like, oh no. And then another time, it's like, it's just a bunch of things. And so I'm like, okay, I need to add a disclaimer in. So I added it in, and then he saw the disclaimer, and he didn't read it. And I'm like, no, I added that in so you would read it. You're supposed to look at it and be like, oh wow, that's useful information. But instead, he literally said, I'm not reading that. And I'm like, damn it.
Hey, we've got a job for you.
He's outsmarted my plan. But yeah, so that's what the disclaimer's for. Either way though, so yeah, I plan on having SCP containment, SCP site redacted, updated, like the update out by Halloween, but it may be a little later. I don't want it to be, but it might be. The reason it's not guaranteed to be out by Halloween is because I'm not working on it as passionately as I used to. Not because I'm running out of passion for it, but because I go through these phases where I'm like, one project, a lot of work on it, then I switch to another project to give myself a break from the other one, which is why I took a month break from Bloodborne, the Bloodborne project, because I burnt myself out. So I switched to SCP again, because it'd been a bit since I worked on that, so I had new energy there. I burnt myself out, and now I have new energy with this, and so it's a constant back and forth. On Halloween, I dress up as a dealer and give people 2-year-old candy and hear them yell in displeasure. Okay, so if we're gonna be doing this, I can beat that. Alright. 2 years ago, during Halloween, I dressed up in a suit and tie, nice shoes, all that stuff, and I hid behind the bushes with a bowl of candy saying, "Take one, please." Or I think it said take no more than 2, actually. And you know what I did? Every time I saw a child take more than 2 pieces of candy, I would jump from the bushes and threaten to sue them for theft. Do I have facial hair? That's also a good question. That's, you know, I'll leave that up to imagination. Alright. I could have a very nice beard. I could be baby-faced. I could have a goatee. Who knows? Actually, you just find a kid in court with a man just like, hey, he took candy. I rest my case, sir. Please send this little shit to jail. It's like, I want to see mommy. It's like, you'll see mommy in 20 years. Like, oh, you must know. You know what? You may know someday, but that is not today. But you know, someday, someday the world will know more about what I actually look like. Go off on him, man. The poor kid just being just sent to prison for taking 3 pieces of candy instead of 2. So that's a federal offense right there. But yeah, so you know what? You shan't know whether or not I have facial hair yet, but maybe someday. Well, I'm gonna stop the stream now because it's been going on for almost an hour and a half. So yeah, I'm gonna get off. Also, he stole my candy. I'm selling him for 350,000. You know what? That's about right. It's honestly only 300,000, really, because I mean, 100,000 per piece of candy. Those Twix bars don't come cheap, you know. But yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed the stream, and on it, congratulations, Nif, like you made it. So, whoa, they updated the user interface for, like, you guys can't see it, but I can. They updated the user interface for the for like the live streaming stuff. So let's, before I go really quickly, let's check this out. Advanced settings. Let's try this out. What do they add here? Camera video settings? Nope, not turning that on. Link community to my broadcasts. Encourage your audience to join your community using community link in live from PlayStation. Don't know what that is. Don't particularly care. Cool. So that's one thing. Figuring this out one bit at a time here. Oh, wait, hold on. Oh no, I can no longer look at all those cool settings. It's only letting me just go straight to the... Oh man. And here I was thinking I had a new UI. Alright, before you go, let me read this. My friend dressed up as a statue, and he looked really realistic when kids went to his little brother's Halloween party, all kids around 9, and he jumped at them, they screamed so fucking loud. Yeah, no, with me, I dressed up as a plague doctor. Hat, cloak, and all. And I handed out kids authentic bird skulls. I didn't actually give it to them, but I held them in my hand and kind of offered them. And some parents walked by with their kid. The kid noticeably scared because, and these bird skulls, we found dead birds in the walls of my house. And because we heard a bird in the house, we cut a hole open. The bird was dead. It died just before we brought it out, and there were like 14 bird skulls in there. So I collected them, and I'm like, I'm keeping these for a special occasion. They were still covered in like dusty bird feathers, like disintegrated bird feathers, because they were very old. And I don't know where the flesh of the birds went, or all the other bodily fluids. It was all just dry bird skulls. Kind of weird. But yeah, they must have been years old. And basically, I would, birds in the walls, because they went through vents. They chewed through vents, made nests. Some would, they could go into the walls, they couldn't turn around and go out, which was the problem. So they just kind of like built up there. And the problem was that, as a result, I had a bunch of bird skulls. And for Halloween, I'd hand them out to kids. And I would close my hand and kind of bring them back to me before they could grab one. But that was like worst case scenario if they actually reached for it. And these two parents with their like 4-year-old kid walked up, and the parents like, oh look, he's handing out candy. And I'm thinking to myself like how I'm handing out candy? I'm giving this little shit some bird skulls tonight. And they walk up and they see, wow, that candy looks like bird skulls. That's some really unique candy. So they offer the kid, like, come on, grab some candy. Now I'm thinking to myself, that's not candy. And I don't say anything yet, though. I keep up the facade. And the kid's like poking them, and notice like, this doesn't seem like candy. And the parents, as dim as they are like, definitely candy. So they grab one and put it in the kid's hand, and I'm like, sir, that's not candy. Please give me back my bird skulls. And he's like, bird what? Like him and the mother. And I'm like, bird skulls, they're real. I don't know what kind of AIDS you're getting from touching those. Please hand them back. It's so nice. And so they just kind of like continued going on their route, and they got the actual candy from my mom, and I'm like, I just traumatized two parents and their child. And that was Halloween. I made some other kids cry. That was pretty bad. Like, literally, there were people avoiding our house because of the fact that I freaked so many people out with the Plague Doctor outfit. Because I would stand still, and they'd think I was a prop, and then I'd move. And no joke, people would, like, lose their shit and, like, jump back. And it was really good. I still have the mask. I still have the cloak, so I'm probably gonna do it again this year. I really, I really get into Halloween spirit. Um, I don't try to make children cry, but you know, it's part of the Halloween spirit. It's the one day of the year that I can make children cry a little bit and not feel bad, depending on how bad it is. Like, if it gets really bad, I'll, like, back away. I'm like, oh, look, you know, I'm backing away and juggling some tennis balls. I'm all fun and games here, and let them kind of go through. But if they're above the age of 9, I don't hold back. It's like, come on, you're 9 years old. You know the biz now. But yeah, so let me read these. What the fuck? In the hell? What in the... Yeah, no, Nif. It's... See, no one knows Halloween spirit like I do. Got them in advanced age. It's all fun and games until you bring out the dog skulls. Oh, you know, actually, come to think, I don't have dog skulls. I do have a deer skull, though. That one's also real. We found my dad and I had found it in the woods while we were taking not a hiking trail, but just kind of like a woodland trail. And there was just a deer skull sitting in the woods. The flesh was already rotted off of it, but it was still a little nasty. So we got some bleach and cleaned it up, and I have it sitting on a shelf right now. So I do have a deer skull. It's I get the idea that this may sound really weird because it's like, oh, you know, this Soup character here really likes his skulls, and I just want to clarify that I do like skulls. They're cool, but I'm not a killer. I'm not like a murderer or anything like that. I do want to make that clear. I like collecting skulls. I don't necessarily like uncovering skulls, which is really where the differentiation between a person who finds skulls and takes advantage of the situation without robbing graves and someone who kills people and steals their organs. Oh, I'm actually getting herpes. Oh no, we cleaned the deer skull, and you know, the bird skulls I'm not so sure about. I didn't really clean those, but they were dead for a while. Yeah, they're probably I found them like 2 years ago. So whatever's on them is definitely dead now. But I'm not about to get herpes. The kid who was about to eat the bird skulls thinking they were candy, he was about to get herpes. The poor lad. Luckily, again, though, I stopped that from happening. Actually, fun fact, and what made me feel really happy was, these two girls came down the street, and they were just kind of going along. They weren't really doing the trick-or-treat thing, but I saw them. I thought I'd kind of harass them a bit. One was actually in a wheelchair, so I didn't harass them. I guess it's a really bad word to use. And when bringing up that they're in a wheelchair, one girl was pushing the girl in a wheelchair, and I offered them bird skulls, and they actually took it. And I'm like, you know what? You two are cool. You accepted a random person in a plague doctor mask offering you authentic bird skulls. You deserve to keep them. And they're like, oh, will you be my friend? And I'm like, gonna offer them another bird skull as like an acknowledgement. Could be a threat, like, you know what, I'm your friend for now, but I'm gonna get those bird skulls back plus interest. Or it could have been like, here's another bird skull for free. I never said a word, but it was just kind of heartwarming. You know, I made their day, I'd like to think. Yeah, they were probably a few years younger than me, so let's not get into that now. We're not gonna bring that up. Keeping it purely platonic. So that's how Corona started. Yeah, you know, it's just I didn't think about it. That's come to think of it. Ugh. But yeah, so that's it for the stream. Now that I'm done talking about my weird obsession with Halloween. Oh, you know what? Before I go, let's just go all out with it. I've had a lot of ideas for Halloween stuff, and I want to bring this up because get some more. I will get some more bird skulls eventually. It's that will be. Hold on. It's all right. One more thing is I just want to say that I've tried convincing my parent on several occasions to get authentic gravestones, just like stone slabs, and we can reuse them. Like, you know, someone dies in the family, that you etch their name, there you go. We'll just get the stone slabs ahead of time, put them in the lawn, and dig a hole in the ground, in the lawn. Save the grass, right? You save the grass for, you put that aside, make sure the grass doesn't die, of course. I would go in the hole, you'd put the grass on top of me, and whenever I know you like have a little wire going into the hole, and you just press a button, it would light up to signal that I need to jump out. And what I want to do is I wanted to crawl out of the ground screaming at children like an actual zombie. That's what I wanted to do. If I ever once I'm old enough to buy a house, you bet I'm doing that. But until then, that's just a wishful thinking little thing there. But I do want to do that. Just like crawl out of the ground screaming at children, not screaming words, just like incoherent mumbling. All right, that's it now. Again, I'm very passionate about Halloween, so sorry if I'm rambling a bit too long. Oh, never mind. That's much tamer than I thought you were gonna say. Oh no, I'm not gonna kill children and bury them in the ground. That's not Halloween. That's just murder. All right, yeah, no, that's it. So thank you guys so much for watching. I'm gonna sleep now because I'm only making things worse for myself when I actually have to wake up tomorrow. So hope you guys have a wonderful night and have a wonderful day, Nif, since it's like what 8 o'clock for you, 8:30 for you. And with that, see you guys next live stream or video, and bye bye.